Welcome to Shift Trash Media. I'm Justin.
I'm Mike, and this is my dad.
Today we're going to talk about his 1969 Camaro Z10.
Yeah, that's pretty slick.
Alright guys, welcome back. So tell us what a Z10 is and why it's so rare.
Well, everyone knows what, or most everyone knows what the pace car was in '69. '69 Camaro paced the Indianapolis 500. It was a convertible, same color as this car, white with orange stripes. The Z10 was a special promotional hardtop version of the pace car. Only available in 4 southwestern states. Made between 3 and 400. 116's been located. They made 3,600, I think it was, of the actual pace cars. So that shows you how much more rare the Z10 is. Most people's never heard of one. I've been going to car shows since I was old enough to know what they were, and I've seen 2, counting this one, in my life. Saw one other one in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. The only 2 I've ever seen.
And how many 1969 Camaros were made?
243,000.
So out of 243,000, they assume there's 300 to 400 of these cars. There could be less than 400 ever made.
Right.
So that's super rare. All right, so we know now how rare these cars are. If you've never heard of them, you now have a good idea what it is. You care to tell us the story about how you come to own this?
Well, I had a '69 Camaro, just a plain Jane bow tie car, which there's nothing wrong with that. But I decided I wanted something more rare, something that everyone didn't have. And I found this car in Hemmings Motor News. It was in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I drove to Tulsa, Oklahoma, talked to the original owner, and we couldn't get together on a price. So I come all the way back home, bought a new Hemmings Motor News. I had 12 cars, '69 Camaros circled, no Z10s. And I called the owner of this car back and told him that I'm going to buy a car if we can't get together on yours. And he said, well, I think we can get together. And I think he came down $2,000 and I went up 500 and borrowed a truck, borrowed a trailer, and went all the way back to Tulsa, Oklahoma and brought it home with me. And
How long a drive was that?
a long one. I don't remember. But I bought it in 1996 off the original owner. And my brother and me basically restored it. I mean, at 20 or 30 feet, it looked as good as it does now. But up close, it needed freshening up. So we did that. He painted it in '96. So this is a '96 paint job. And the rest is history, I guess.
Right. And so buying it from the original owner you were showing us earlier, and we'll put some of that in the video. You have basically every piece of paperwork that you could almost possibly have from this car brand new.
Yeah, I've got a lot more than what I showed you also. Right. But I picked out the important stuff, I thought. Got the Protecto plate with it. It's the matching number engine, matching number rear end. The transmission had been tore out of it, and I bought a M22 rock crusher and put in this one. But like I said, the Protecto plate, I've got the payment book where he made payments on it. The pre-delivery inspection sheet. What else? I can't even remember. We just went over it. But, I've got I do not have a window sticker. I wish I did, but I don't have. But most of the paperwork that you want with one, I do have.
So when you found it, you knew it was a Z10 when you found it, because before you went down there.
Yes, I had seen the one other one down in Tennessee, and I thought, man, I had heard of them before because I actually chased the guy down
Right.
and stopped him, and I asked him if I said, "Is that a Z10?" And he said, "Yes, it is." I said, "You care to raise the hood?" Because on the tag over there on the firewall, it tells you if it's a Z10 or not. He raised the hood, sure enough, it was, and that's when I actually started looking for one. I would have bought a different car, like I said when I called the guy back. I had 12 cars circled that I was going to start going and looking at, but I really wanted something that you don't see two or three of or more at every car show.
Right.
And there's none around here that I know of.
Yeah, I think you nailed that.
Yeah, I think so.
And you pointed out that it was 4 southwestern states.
Yeah, that's as far as I can. My information is they were only available in 4 southwestern states: Texas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, and Arizona. And 90% of them are air-conditioned cars because of where they were ordered. You know, Southwest where it's hot.
Right.
And you could not order this car. You had to take whatever the dealer got in. The actual owner that I bought this off from wanted one, went in Oklahoma to his dealership, and they had one, but it was an automatic car, and he wanted a 4-speed. So they hunted around and found a 4-speed car, found this car in Texas, and the owners or the dealers switched cars, and then he bought this one, which is a 4-speed.
So another cool feature of this car that's unique to you is you were born in April. This car was made in April.
This car was built the 3rd week of April, and my birthday falls in the 3rd week of April. So I'm hoping it was built on my birthday, but I don't know how I don't know how to prove that.
Right.
As far as I know, there is no way. They were built, I don't know the start date, but they were built in April up until maybe the 1st week of May. I don't know if it went into the 2nd week or not, but only about a 4 to 5 week period in there is when they were built.
All right. So not only were they extremely low numbers, there was literally 4 or 5 weeks of production of these Z10s only.
Correct.
So the rarity just gets more and more as you learn about these cars. All right, so now that we've learned quite a bit about them, you want to go ahead and kind of take us through the last little bit of what you know about them as far as color combinations, engine combinations, things like that?
Well, color combinations, they were only available white with orange stripes. That was the only color that the pace car, the Z11 or the Z10, that's the only colors they came in. Engine, 350s or 396. Of course, most of them, I'd say biggest majority are 350 engines. That's what this one is. All of them were Rally Sport Super Sports, Rally Sport being the hideaway headlights and the backup lights underneath the bumper in the back, and Super Sports, Rally Sport Super Sports. That's something I didn't mention on this car, even though you can't tell it out here in the light, it has factory tinted windows also, which is a little bit rare.
You said majority of them are white interior, but they did make black as well.
Some of them have black interior, but the majority is white that I have studied on and looked up, and like I said, I've only seen 2, but I've seen a lot of pictures. Right. And most of them have the white interior. Some of them have the white houndstooth interior, custom interior, custom door panels and stuff, which I think is really pretty. But I didn't want to fake nothing out on this car, so that's why it's white like it comes from the factory. Right.
All right, folks, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for letting us see this beautiful car and teaching us the history of it and letting everybody else on the internet know about these cars.
Well, I appreciate y'all filming my car and talking to me about it.
That'll do it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See y'all later.